Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Eve Ellie. As I'm uploading this video tonight, it will be September 18th, 2018. A lot of very significant numerology happening right now, as well as some amazing sacred geometry and astrology. 9/18, 2018. We have a 9, 18 is a 9, 2018 has the 9 within it. The reverberation of the 999 energy, completing things at a very, very profound, impactful level. 9 is not only about completing cycles, it's about moving on to the next one. It's as if we've reached a level of evolution and we're now ready to leap to a higher level. Yeah, I'm being told we're going from the human to the superhuman, or the galactic human, universal human. There's many different words out there for that. It's the more awakened human entity. And within that, today I want to really focus on where is the divine masculine at in his relationship with his counterpart out there in the world, and with his relationship with the divine feminine within. And then looking at it as well from where is the divine feminine at in her relationship with the divine masculine within her and the divine masculine counterpart out in the world. That is the journey of true love and the sacred beloved. We can give it a sacred soulmate, it can be a soulmate, it can be a twin flame, a twin soul. There are many different words for this. Sacred union is the best word I have, though, and that's the one I'm going to use today. Now, it's 9/9/2018, which is also an 11 energy because 2018 is an 11. The 9s are magnifying the energy of 11. 11 is the manifestation. 11 is the bridge between heaven and earth that we are creating, each and every one of us. And that bridge is now in its last bits of its completion phase, so that things are now starting to come through. There's enormous guidance from above, from our higher selves, our soul group, our divine guardians and angels. A lot of guidance coming in from higher levels right now. So please open up your mind and open up your heart and listen. That's the numerology. Now, this beautiful sacred geometry behind me is what we call in astrology a grand cross. It brings in very intense changes. And the energies involved are very late Aries and early Taurus, which is where Uranus is bouncing back and forth there throughout the next couple of months. The planet Mars left Capricorn and is now firmly in the sign of Aquarius. The South Node is in Aquarius, going back into Capricorn in November on this corner, and then up here we have the North Node in Leo going back into late Cancer in November. Those are 3 of the corners, and the final one down here, yes, you can see it, is Venus. And Venus is in her shadow right now in the sign of Scorpio. In November, I believe it's actually Halloween, October 31st or November 1st, she re-enters Libra. She is going to be the activating principle here in this sacred geometry. Mars is part of it as well, and the nodes. Look at that beautiful dot in the middle. That is to symbolize the sacred geometry of how we are using this grand cross. We are activating it as a pyramid of light and energy and manifestation. We are bringing things through. And we are also, we've already built the foundation. We're in the process of still building it and laying down the solid foundation. That's why the square. but light is coming through it, so that we're not just stuck in the square part, we're forming all the sides of the pyramid, where the spiritual divine part of us is reigning supreme in this new reality that we're creating on planet Earth. Okay, so that's the background of this. And I would like to call it a Stargate of Love. Why? Because Venus and Mars are the two activating planets here, the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine. And the nodes are the line of destiny. This is all about bringing these beautiful sacred unions into being and bringing ourselves as individuals into inner balance with our yin and our yang, our masculine and our feminine. If you want any more information on the astrology, my recent lecture, I go over a lot of this. I will go into greater depth on my October 7th lecture, bringing in the harvest moon and the archetypes of Venus and Mars, how their energies are activating with one another right now. And I will also be looking at Pluto crossing the ecliptic, which is a very significant event, as we have not had it since 1770. So let's get started on asking the questions here. Let's start with the Divine Masculine. I already pulled the cards. I'm using the Romance Angels. For the masculine, I was guided to use the Magical Unicorns deck. I'm using, of course, my Universal Prophecy cards. And the goddesses, I think they came in for the feminine. And then the divination of the ancient ones as well. Where is the Divine Masculine at right now? How are they feeling towards their feminine counterpart? Let me lay the cards down so you can see them. Okay, the first card is You Deserve Love. There you go. They're looking at their sacred feminine. They're looking at her. They're aware of her. Okay? They're sending her love. They know she's lovable. They know she deserves love. It doesn't mean that they feel ready, though, to give her the love that they know in their hearts that she deserves. But they are setting into intention. They are pointing that arrow towards the divine feminine. They want to reach her. They want to be with her. And it's focused intention. Now the next card I pulled is Sacred Union. I almost cried when I pulled this card, because the message I was seeing here is that the divine masculine in his heart truly wants to be in union with his beloved. He wants to be in union within. He wants to welcome in his divine beloved within himself, be in complete connection and living and working through his heart. And he wants to be with her. This is his ultimate desire. This is also a card of reconciliation. Memories of the past are rising and stirring the heart. Let love guide you as you remember. Allow the union of souls to connect once more. This is what this dance is all about, the union of souls coming back together. And it's not only about the sacred union of male and female, it's also the soul groups and the soul families. So that's how the divine masculine is feeling towards his feminine. Let's see what it is, what kind of action he's thinking about taking, if there is any. He's being open-minded. So he's keeping his mind open to how this is going to unfold. He knows he has to listen to his inner guidance. He knows he has to listen to his heart. He also knows he needs to have conversations. He needs to start having conversations and communicating with her. And this, what I'm also getting is, for some of you, you haven't actually met your sacred beloved counterpart out in the world. For others, you're with them right now in a sacred union, or you've just started dating. For others, you're single and you've been in a long-term separation. And this implies that your beloved is coming back, okay? But this is more about those that are just started dating someone and are out there really ready to meet that special person. And the counsel is, get to know each other first. Because the first person you meet, you may be attracted to them, but maybe they aren't the one. Or maybe you're meeting someone and you feel like there's a magnetic connection, though you're not particularly attracted in the moment. Get to know them more, because then something will come in. But be open-minded. The second card I pulled was codependency. This one, let's go beyond what that meaning is. Yes, some of the divine masculines as well as the divine feminines are in codependent situations, whether it's codependency in a relationship, whether it's a marriage or they live together and there's a codependent relationship going on. There could be codependency through the children, because I got the card of children as well, where they could be separated or divorced, married but still having a relationship with each other because of the children. They feel attached to one another, but the codependency is letting you know that the attachment is not a healthy one. Please know who you are when I'm speaking to you here. Okay? You've got to get beyond the codependency and open your heart to be with your beloved, because that's what this is all about. That's what your divine masculine wants. Your children are being taken care of. Please know everything here is being watched over by the divine, and they're making sure that your children are getting everything that they need. But I'm very well aware that children are affecting the decisions that you are making right now, divine masculines. Now, the other message I got was some of you are not moving towards this because you're working through addictive behaviors, whether it's alcohol, drugs, gambling, work. I was getting the message that some of you are addicted to work and making money, and so you're not paying attention to your love life, or you don't want to. Therefore, with this group, the addictions are absolutely interfering with any progress or movement forward. But I know, even as I say that you're aware that you want to be with your beloved. There's this magnetic feeling inside of you that you simply cannot suppress. And it's growing. It's growing. It's asking to be heard. And the last message I got with this is that, look at this. You're aware that your beloved feminine is waiting for you. And she's holding flowers. Some of the feminines are waiting with patience and love in their heart, and they know you're coming back, or they know you're coming in. For others that are masculine, you're feeling like you're not ready yet. That's the other message I'm getting with the waiting here. You're not quite ready. You know, there's a perfect timing for this. You need to feel more at ease inside of yourself. You need to know that the love that you're building within you is stronger than the fears that you have been facing, okay? With the divine masculine, more than the divine feminine. I'm getting it with both, but it's a little bit more around the masculine. There has been this inner conflict between love, fear, and you're wanting more time to work through it, okay? Now, the messages I got from the Universal Prophecy cards was the divine masculine, how he feels about his feminine is he loves her. He really, really loves her, you know, and he's working on his serenity, on his peace. And isn't that funny? The serenity prayer is the AA prayer for addiction. Let me read this for you here. Sorry about that. Avoid the drama that is near you and seek a path of peace, calmness, and serenity. Take a walk, breathe deeply, and be still. What I was getting from this card is that the masculines are working on their feminine nature, being still, meditating, praying, going to yoga, getting therapy, going to counseling, going to men's groups where they can all help and assist one another. That's what they're working on. And they are also working on mindfulness. The mindfulness message is prayer, working on their spiritual bodies along with their emotional bodies, and knowing that prayer and their connection to the divine is what is bringing all of this into being. Now let's look at the last message for the divine masculine here, which is, what is the outcome of these actions that the divine masculine is taking? I love it. Calling in his soulmate. He's calling her in. Look at that. He's affirming it. He's praying it for it. He's visualizing it. He's being very mindful of what he is creating, because this is what he truly wants in his heart. And I love this because he's behind her. I know in the last video I was showing the masculine as the protector, and here we have that again. He is watching over her and protecting her even when she cannot see it. So divine feminines, he loves you. He wants to be with you so much. Please be patient. And the last message I got from the Universal Prophecy cards was senses. There it is. The heart-to-heart conversations. He wants to communicate with her. Right now, though, he's doing it more telepathically or energetically, where he's sending her energy. Whether they're still in conversation or not, whether you know who your divine masculine is, or whether you're in separation, or whether you haven't even met them. He is sending his divine feminine messages. I'm coming, I'm coming. And the ones that are in a relationship right now, he's letting his beloved know how much he loves her. And he's using all of himself to do it, his mind, his body, and his soul. This is a complete connection, guys, okay? And for the masculine, the unicorns wanted to speak, and so I'm going to leave them to the end. So let's look at the message from the ancient ones for the masculine. The clouds, they're ascending. They're on their ascension pathway, just as the divine feminine are. And you know what? They're moving towards the divine feminine. Their prayers are being heard and answered. So divine masculines, your prayers are being heard. Please listen. You're being given an awful lot of guidance. Be still and listen. The guidance is coming through quiet voices in your mind, through intuitive knowings in your heart. You're being guided to go somewhere. Please follow that guidance. You are without a doubt on your pathway of ascension here. And the unicorns had a final message. Definitely yes. The answer to your question is a strong yes. The divine masculine is coming into union with his sacred beloved. Very soon now. Very soon now. The grand cross behind me, or the pyramid of light that I call the Stargate of Love, it's open. It's not closing. It's a Stargate of Love that's been permanently opened because the energies have been built for it. It's going to be at its strongest now through almost the end of January. There are many unions coming into being in that time. It's going to be very strong all of 2019, so I know there are unions coming later in 2019 as well. Please do not be attached to the timing here. So let's put these away and let's get out the Divine Feminine cards. Oh, that is so, so beautiful. So beautiful. I'm going to leave these two here because I just love them. What is going on with the Divine Feminine? She's working on her career and her finances. But this is, how is she feeling about her life right now, and how is she feeling about the Divine Masculine? She's planting the seeds. She's planting the seeds for them coming together. That's what I'm getting from this. She's working on her creativity. She's working on her career, on bettering her financial world because she wants to be ready. I'm also seeing this, though, that she's not facing him. Remember in this one, he is pointing towards her and she's over here doing her work, which is lovely because you want the masculine to come to her. Now, she's also aware, though, that he is working on his career and his finances. So this goes both ways. It's the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine both working very hard on their careers and their mission. The only counsel I would have with this is be sure to take time to play and bring a little bit more balance into your life. Okay, Divine Feminines? And the guidance I got for you from the goddesses is the goddess Athena. Keep following your inner wisdom. Your intuition is growing and building. You know the truth. You can hear your Divine Masculine. You are getting messages coming directly from him, coming from his guides, and or coming from your guides. You have a pulse on the matter, is what I'm being told. So please follow that inner guidance and wisdom. And the other message I got here was the prophecy, the golden prophecy. This is your path. Your pathway is to union. You are on the pathway to him. This has two messages. You're on the pathway to union. You are also crossing the ascension bridge, Divine Feminines. You've created this bridge. You've spent a very long time creating it along with the Divine Masculines. It is now up and running. How are you going to access your Divine Masculine? The message I got next to that was dreams. Okay, yep. They're telling me a lot of the communication right now is coming in three forms. Telepathic messages, you getting intuitive hits, just like your Divine Masculine's getting intuitive hits as well. What I'm here to tell both of you is do not disregard those hits. Do not think of them as, oh, I must be imagining this. You are not imagining anything. This is really coming through. The other communication that I'm getting is through the dreams. There's a lot of connectivity between you and your Divine Masculine coming in your dream time. This I'm seeing in particular with the feminine. It could be the Divine Masculines are either not remembering their dreams, or maybe that they just simply don't have an access to it the way the feminines do at this time. As I say that, you know you contain both within. So you can access it if you're a masculine at any time by connecting in with your femininity. But a lot is going on through the dream time. This golden road that you are building together and walking together, this sacred union, a lot of it has been built while you are sleeping through your dream time. Now, I did ask, what action is the Divine Feminine needing to take right now to move into union with her Divine Masculine? She needs to continue to heal. She's not healed completely. There's more forgiveness work going on. There's family issues that are needing to be healed and resolved. What I'm getting here with this too, though, is with the feminine, she really needs to forgive her mother and her father. That is the key for the feminine more than the masculine, so that she can be ready for her own sacred union. Your mom and your dad did the best they could with whatever they had to work with. Heal it, forgive it, let it go, whether you're in communication with your parents or not. It still needs to be healed to the capacity that you are able to heal it. Let me move these over a little bit. There we go. Yeah, and I'm seeing like it's hanging over you. It's hanging over you, and I'm seeing you more as a young child. Doing maybe some inner child work would be very, very helpful here. And maybe the divine feminines, you should go seek some counseling and some therapy work as well. That would be very advisable here. Now, I asked, what else is helping you work through this? Balance. Coming into your own inner balance of doing and being, knowing when to rest and take care of yourself. Take time to rest, to rejuvenate, and finding balance in all areas of your life. That is the task set before you over these next 3 to 4 weeks. A change now will build a strong foundation for the future. You're doing all this because you're building change in your life. But I'm also getting the message with feminines that many of you have been and are making a lot of changes in your life, whether they're in a living situation or in a career or in a family situation or a financial situation. Now, the last couple cards are, what is the outcome here for the divine feminine now that she's been doing all of this? Her love life is moving to the next level. And I got 2 cards for you, and reconciliation. What I like about both of these, though, which is what I had in the beginning with the masculine, is look at this. In all of these pictures, there's union. And what's so fascinating to me is in this one in particular, this one seems very, very grounded. And it looks like it's a past life. It looks like it was a whole nother century or 2 ago. And that could be that you were together in a past lifetime. And you were engaged or you were married and you started this union already in past lives. And you are now completing it, that union, in this lifetime. And this is the earthbound part of it, and this is the heaven-bound part. You're coming into union on both the earth and in heaven. It's coming all together in completion here. What does the divine feminine need to do to make this outcome assured? Just simply breathe. Breathe in the universal energies that connects mind, body, and soul as one. Feel the energy of love as it flows through every cell of your body. That is beautiful, because the last message for the divine masculine was almost the same thing. Listening, feeling his senses. Look at the colors. Greens, pinks, and some yellows. You're both doing the same thing, except the difference is the masculine is the one making the effort here to reach out and communicate to the feminine. The feminine is breathing and being in stillness and in her dream world. See, she's more still here. He's the one coming to her and doing something about it. So just be where you are, divine feminines, and open up and allow your masculine to come in. Yeah, and the last message I got from the ancient ones for the feminines were feathers. Listen to the messages coming in. Follow the inner guidance. Look at that. beautiful two feathers together there. They're telling me the angels are dropping feathers around you. Please notice them. They could also be dropping coins on your path, giving you guidance. Some of you aren't exactly listening, so I'm going to ask you to please follow the guidance that is coming to you. And to wrap this reading up, I would like to do an outcome. The outcome I got from the Goddess deck is fertility. You are planting the seeds. There we go. Look at that. You are planting the seeds. They got planted in all of these last new moons, starting with the one back in July, the solar eclipse in Cancer, followed by the one in Leo, followed by the new moon in Virgo. That was a very powerful new moon in Virgo a little over a week ago. Yep. And you're planting the seeds. Now you have to have patience and give it time to unfold. And the, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to read this. Let's see. Okay. The goddesses really wanted to come out as an overview for this sacred divine union. And the message is, okay, I'm going to read it as this. You're planting the seeds for the undying love and your true love. And the message is with this: the love that you share between you is eternal. It is timeless. It is forever. You don't have to be worried about that. You are coming in to union. You are giving birth to this undying, true love. Your heart is bringing to you all that you want. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love. And the final card from the Universal Prophecy deck is Evolve. The green light is on and the time is now. What did we get from the unicorns? Definitely yes, very soon. The time is now. Evolve. That's what all of this is about. Evolution and ascension and the sacred masculine and sacred feminine coming into union within and coming into relationship out in the world. This is so beautiful. I'm going to just end it there because it is a magnificent reading. I send you all my love and my blessings, and I will be back soon.